When I came to the cemetery and started working the cemetery, the lost history started to reveal itself. So we met court because we had some confusion about the land at the cemetery, and for 4 years we were in court trying to deal with what was to be done about this land that we thought was part of the cemetery. And in that process, decision was made, and we did win a portion of the property back. The granddaughter of the Brawners, William and Laura Brawner, saw this in the news. So I was basically summoned by these people to come to their house in Belle Isles, and I went there, and they was not aware that their grandmother had donated this property in 1890 and was surprised. And when I got there, all of these items and things were given to me by the grandchildren. And more history started coming, and we got back to the point where it talked about the slaves, and slave records show they had 4 slaves at the time, and also the host community here in Altamont Springs. All that came into play because they were taking care of the cemetery at the time as well. Well, all of these items and stuff started to accumulate in my home, and I said, "Wow, there's enough stuff here. We could open a museum," and the idea came like a light bulb. I mean, well, really like a thunderbolt. There were 9 shotgun houses in this cemetery that the African American people lived in, and these were houses without bathrooms, running water, and they were called shotgun shacks. And they also would live in these homes and also maintain the cemetery. But most of these people that lived in these houses was poor, and they worked in the fern industry, or they were maids, things of that nature, so laborers. And I said, wow, what we're gonna do is we're going to take one of these shotgun houses. Since there were 9 in the cemetery, I mean, I was really going. There was 9 in the cemetery. Let's make a replica of one and make it into a museum. And we would call it Brawner House, a museum of historical facts. And that's where we are. That's what made me come to that. And I thought it was excellent to name it the Brawner House, Museum of Historical Facts, because they donated it for slaves.